The false financial advancement of the Sheikh Hasina government finally revealed. We published many videos earlier about the false and overstated foreign reserves, GDP and per capita income claim of the Sheikh Hasina government. The power sector of Bangladesh has already collapsed. The private electricity plant owners have stopped producing electricity after some $1.50 billion bill remains unpaid by the government due to insufficient funds. Agrani Bank needs to pay around $1 billion due bill to the Chinese construction company soon for the construction work of Padma Bridge. A report by a prominent local newspaper, the Daily Star, published on August 2, 2022 stated that Bangladesh closed its financial year 2021-22 with an $18.7 billion current account deficit, the highest on record, as export earnings failed to narrow the gap with skyrocketing imports. Bangladesh Bank data released yesterday showed that the nation paid $82.49 billion for imports while it earned $49.2 billion by shipping goods abroad, causing the trade gap to rise to $33.2 billion last fiscal year, which, along with a downturn in remittances, has created intense pressure on the forex market and resulted in a steep rise in cost of the US dollar. We have provided a link to the report of the Daily Star below. The IMF vowed about the correction of the method for calculating the foreign reserves of Bangladesh. According to the IMF, Bangladesh Bank has overstated $7.2 billion in calculation of foreign reserves. Bangladesh Bank follows the gross amount calculation method, but the standard method of the IMF is net amount calculation method. For example, $200 million was given to Sri Lanka by Bangladesh Bank, as per the currency swap agreement with Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh government has conducted many so-called mega projects with the foreign reserves money under the internal loan agreements. Bangladesh Bank has been counting those money under the gross amount method. That has already gone out from the Bangladesh Bank vault. So far, the real foreign reserves of Bangladesh have already gone down under $20 billion. The Hasina government has been covering and overstating economic data for a long time. But the recent electricity and fuel crisis in Bangladesh revealed the vulnerability of the Bangladesh economy. The Hasina government is running for a loan plan of $4.50 billion from IMF that may be provided in 3 years, that is $1.50 billion per year. It is a very small amount for overcoming the sky-high financial crisis of Bangladesh economy. In Bangladesh, the power, fuel and food supply crisis will be severe day by day. By December 2022, the world will see another Sri Lanka. The MPs and the ministers of the Hasina government will flee away from the country before December 2022 for fear of the public beating. Sheikh Hasina has the only option now, that is going abroad for long-term treatment and never coming back to Bangladesh. Most interesting matter is that the opposition parties of Bangladesh are such a foolish and old school, they still believe that Sheikh Hasina government will remain in power until the upcoming general election. The hungry and angry people of Bangladesh will ground the Sheikh Hasina government like Sri Lanka, no exception.